How Agen help with construction site tracking. This involves monitoring safety incidents, near misses, and hazards at the construction site. For event tracking, we have two, which is incident tracking and near-miss tracking. Incident tracking, by keeping a record of all incidents, accidents, and near misses that occur at the construction site. It can help to identify patterns or trends in incidents, as well as areas where additional safety measures may be required. Near-miss tracking, which are incidents that did not result in injury or damage but had the potential to do so. It can help to identify hazards or unsafe conditions that need to be addressed to prevent future incident. By tracking safety inspections and audits conducted at the construction site, including any finding or recommendations for improvement. It can help to ensure that safety protocols are being followed and identify areas where additional safety measures may be required. Tracking safety communications efforts, including safety meetings and toolbox talks, to ensure that all workers are informed about safety protocols and procedures. Tracking the maintenance, inspections, and testing of safety equipment such as fire extinguishers, first aid kits, and emergency response equipment. It can help to ensure that safety equipment is functional and ready for use in case of an emergency. By tracking the use of PPE by workers at the construction site, including when it is issued, when it was replaced, and any issues or deficiencies identified. It can help to ensure that workers have the appropriate PPE and are using it correctly. By tracking the use and disposal of hazardous materials at the construction site. It can help to ensure that hazardous materials are being used safely and appropriately, and that they are being disposed of in accordance with applicable regulations. Tracking emergency response procedures and drills, including the time it takes to respond to an emergency and the effectiveness of the response. It can help to ensure that emergency response procedures are effective and that workers are trained to respond quickly and safely in case of an emergency. For human tracking, we have three, which are contractor tracking, visitor tracking, and tracking the safety performance of contractors working at the construction site, including their safety record and any safety violations or incidents. It can help to ensure that contractors are adhering to safety protocols and working safely on site. Visitor tracking is tracking the daily site visitors who visits the construction site and making sure the total visitor in must be out from the construction site. Training tracking is tracking the safety training provided to workers at the construction site, including when the training was completed and by whom. It can help to ensure that all workers are properly trained in safety procedures and identify areas where additional training may be required. How they track human in construction site, which are visitor and contractor.